Welcome to Simcha, a celebration of life. I'm Nikki Goldman. The International Jewish Star Competition is held annually in New York, and this year received hundreds of online entries for the finals. Our very own Choni G of Johannesburg was selected to compete, and in a suspense-filled live show was chosen as the winner of this prestigious event. We caught up with him and chatted about his music success and plans for the future.
This is the rundown, okay? I'm about to go on in a couple minutes and just trying to be present. But it's going to be a good energy. I'm going to feed off the crowd, they'll feed off me, it'll be good.
Please welcome Choni Goldman.
Don't believe anybody that tells you whiskey's good for the voice. Water's good. Tap water, room temperature. So there's this competition called the Jewish Star, and it's based in New York, and it's an online competition. It's looking for Jewish talents around the world. I think they had about 500,000 votes cast online. I had 150 contestants entering on YouTube. You just upload your video, and I sent in my video on the day of the deadline. And I only had like a week to before the voting closed. So I recorded a song. I actually sat with Johnny on guitar, and I just said, Johnny, can you play a few minor chords? And then I came up with this melody, and I found verses from the telemelody. So I composed the song. And I sent it in, and then tried to rally the universe to to put in to votes and stuff. Anyways, I got into the top 16 voting, and then later on, a week later, the judges picked the top 8 out of the top 16 voting, and the top 8 that the judges pick on an online video as well fly to New York for this concert and it was March 19th.
Everybody loved his energy, his performance, his professionalism. But unfortunately, Choni, you are going to the finals. He did it!
So it was 8 contestants, and we were going to battle it out on March 19th. So the top 8 sang one song, and then the judges picked the top 3, and then the top 3 sang their song, and then they picked the winner.
The winner of Jewish Star International Singing Competition for 2012 is Choni Goldman!
It was a cool experience. You know, they did it like Idols kind of style. Critique after every song. The judges, 4 judges, and then after a while, throughout the evening, they picked the top 3, and then they picked the winner. I always knew that I could sing and that I have a talent. It's always good to see people in the industry that recognize it, because at times throughout when you're growing up and this and that, there have been people who, there's been times when you've been rejected as, and as a musician and this and that, and it's good to know that there's always a good feeling to be recognized by the industry. It kind of reinforces what you always believe deep down in yourself, but not always on the practical side. You didn't always believe it enough sometimes to make it practical. You might have believed it deep down, and then this reinforces it. So that's beautiful.
עולם. מעתה ויד עולם.
International Jewish Star winner Choni G is passionate about music. From an early age, he was a member of his synagogue choir and served as choir master to the Pretoria Hebrew congregation for 3 years. Today, Choni G is looking to expand his musical career by recording his first album.
There are moments where I am inspired from concepts in Judaism which are very inspiring, you know, and certain chords, and they're very inspiring, and like you want to, and you just think like, oh, the melody kind of oozes out, you know. I'm known very much as a singer, and for me singing is it's beautiful, but I want to put out an album which I'll be known as an artist as well, a composer. I don't want to just take some people's songs. I mean, I don't mind that, but I don't want to just take people's songs. I want to compose my own. You know, you'll have line up 5 different musicians and play the same chords and ask them all to come up with what they're thinking, a melody line, and they'll all come up with something else. And everybody's, you know, got that unique sound. So I think in terms of composing, which I'm just at the beginning of, I'm looking forward to, you know, to composing original and my unique sound. And at the moment, I want to record a Jewish album, primarily take some Jewish classics and rework them, like jazz them up. And then I would like to also do an English album, you know, and branch out, take Jewish concepts and make them applicable to the universe. I can tell you about the song. It's called Ahavti / Ani Mamin. There's 2 verses from I think King David that writes Ahavti ki yishma Hashem es koli tachlonai ki ita azna li v'yoma Hashem ekra. In English, he's saying that I love it when God looks down upon us, when he hears our voice. So to me that represented a time when things are going good and a relationship where you're both towards each other, and he's looking down upon you and listening to your questions or supplications and what you ask for. The bridge was from one of the 13 principles of faith, which is Ani Ma'amin b'emunah shlema. I believe in the perfect faith in the coming of Mashiach, in the coming of the Messiah, to basically an era of world peace, of goodness for mankind, right? So. And the bridge was basically like, even though it might not be always that God is, so to speak, listening to our prayers, or it doesn't seem at least as if he's listening to us and benevolent, so to speak, towards us. Nevertheless, the Jewish people still wait for the day of Mashiach every day and still have faith and hope in the coming of Mashiach every day. So it was like, there are good times, and even though in the seemingly times when it looks as if he's not looking down towards us favorably, but look at your people, you know, they keep on waiting, they have hope every day, and that's a beautiful thing. certain songs that grab me because of their chords or the melody line, or there's a certain soulfulness in it that grabs me, and that's why there will be soulfulness in my songs as a common denominator, so to speak.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Please don't forget to find us on Facebook at Spirit Sister Productions. And if you've missed any of our previous shows, you can find them on our website at www.spiritsister.co.za. As always, from me, Nikki, and the team, shalom and have a safe and peaceful week.
Hashem es